And on today's Bias Short Take, I want to talk a little bit about Green Bay's selections in round 2 and 3 of today's draft. Currently still watching. However, the Packers have no more selections tonight unless we were to trade up or do something along those lines. The Packers did manage to do actually some trades, trading down, still managing to get 3 picks today, as well as being able to pick up an extra 5th and a 6th-round pick in this year's draft. So adding some more picks there. Smart move by Goodencoast. I don't want that to go unnoticed. However, with our 2nd-round pick, we drafted Luke Musgrove, tight end out of Oregon State. Excuse me. Some pass-catching option there for Jordan Love. Very good pass catcher. A little bit of raw. Struggles a little bit, I think, with physicality and as far as blocking, but a good pass-catching target option. Kind of worried a little bit about the injury history there. Kind of scratched my head on that. Had an injury and actually was cleared enough to play in the Senior Bowl possibly. But he's still recovering off of injury. I just don't. I agree with the need of tight end. Good to see us get some pass catcher help. I think Washington out of Georgia would have been a better choice there. But happy to see some offensive help finally. I predicted that yesterday that we would get some offensive help. Like I said, I've been wrong on the players. I've been pretty much right with their philosophy. Edge rusher 1st round, get some pass catching offensive help round 2 and 3. With that being said, I'm drafting Jaden Reed, a wide receiver out of Michigan. With our second round pick, that would have been pick overall number 50. Very speedy. He's a very, 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 very fast receiver. Very excited to see that. Actually has kick returning experience. I know we have Nixon for that, but good for that just to have kind of a backup plan. Kind of a slot receiver in my opinion. Kind of reminds me a little bit of an upside possibly of Randall Cobb. On a good note, you kind of won't like this one, but I think the worst case scenario if things go horribly is literally Amari Rodgers. Kind of a smaller player. Similar to those two. I'm hoping more so of the Randall Cobb, obviously, type. But that's pretty much, it looks like a replacement for Randall Cobb. So good to see some more offensive help for Jordan Love, moving him into our franchise quarterback, giving him as much help as we possibly can. And then again, doubling down. The first time in the common draft era we've done this, drafting 2 tight ends in the first 3 rounds. I'm taking Tucker Kraft in round 3 at 78 overall. Very similar to the other 2. All 3 of our picks today are very explosive players with high potential. But really not a lot of college productions looking at stats. None of our 3 picks, including him, Tucker Kraft. He is out of South Dakota State, which is a smaller school, so competition level even. Didn't put up the best stats, but he's more of an athlete than a football player in my opinion. But we are drafting some athletes, and it's good to see us get some playmakers finally. I know Green Bay fans have been complaining, and we really do draft really good 2nd-round receivers. So I do hope with us drafting these 2 tight ends and receiver, pairing them up with Romeo Dobbs, Samari Toure, obviously Christian Watson, Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon in the back. I think we're going to have and we always have a good offensive line. So I think we're going to have a better offense than people think. Now I'm kind of hoping we get a quarterback, maybe to kind of back up Love, some competition in there, a backup plan moving into the day 3 tomorrow, and maybe some safety help, kicker. I think it's some more needs. So I have had the right philosophy so far. So let's hope that continues and get a quarterback tomorrow, hopefully, safety and a kicker, and then maybe an offensive lineman. I think it'll be good, and then that's where I think we'd be. I give the Packers today overall grade. I give it a B plus again. Honestly, again, some of the players, I get it. Their potential level's great, all that, but college production and statistics does matter to a point. I get potential. You can coach, you can mentor, and I get it. We draft and develop well. So I do think these guys will pan out. But I did think they would go with different players. But again, right philosophy. So that's all I got for the day. And go Pack, go.